Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life's challenges? Maybe you're constantly chasing happiness, trying to control everything around you, or feeling stuck in the chaos of daily life. What if I told you there's an ancient philosophy that could bring peace, clarity, and purpose to your life? It's not just about surviving, but thriving in a world full of uncertainty. This philosophy has guided warriors, emperors, and ordinary people for over 2,000 years. It's called Stoicism. Stoicism isn't just a set of rules or ideas. It's a way of life, a system designed to teach you how to focus on what truly matters and let go of what doesn't. It's not about shutting off emotions or becoming robotic. It's about mastering your thoughts and reactions, so that no matter what happens, you remain unshaken. At the heart of Stoicism lies a simple yet profound truth: the difference between what you can control and what you cannot. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher and former slave, taught that much of our suffering comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. Think about it. How often do we worry about other people's opinions, unexpected changes, or even past mistakes? You can't control the weather, the economy, or how others behave, but you can control your thoughts, your actions, and how you respond to life's events. This is where your true power lies. As Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and one of Stoicism's greatest thinkers, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Imagine facing a stressful situation, losing a job, receiving bad news. Most people panic, blame others, or feel defeated. A Stoic, however, would pause and ask, "Is this within my control?" If the answer is no, they let it go. If yes, they focus on taking productive steps forward. This mindset doesn't just reduce stress, it makes you more resilient and adaptable. One powerful Stoic exercise is the dichotomy of control. It's simple, but life-changing. When faced with a problem, write down 2 lists. 1, what you can control. 2, what you can't. Then, direct all your energy to the first list and let go of the second. Over time, this practice trains your mind to stop wasting energy on things that don't serve you. This principle of control doesn't mean avoiding challenges or ignoring reality. Stoicism encourages you to face life head-on, but with wisdom and courage. Challenges aren't something to fear. They're opportunities to grow. Think about a tree that grows stronger by standing firm against the wind. That's how a Stoic approaches life. Take the story of James Stockdale, an American naval officer and prisoner of war during the Vietnam War. Stockdale endured unimaginable suffering for over 7 years. How did he survive? By applying Stoic principles. He accepted his situation and focused only on what he could control, his mindset and his daily actions. His ability to endure and inspire others came from the teachings of Epictetus. This brings us to another essential Stoic idea: amor fati, or love of fate. Instead of resisting what happens, Stoics embrace it, believing that everything, good or bad, has a purpose. Life doesn't always go as planned, and that's okay. When you accept reality instead of fighting it, you free yourself from unnecessary pain. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "A good person dyes events with their own color and turns whatever happens to their own benefit." In other words, your perspective shapes your experience. If you see setbacks as lessons or challenges as opportunities, life becomes less of a burden and more of an adventure. But how do you actually live this philosophy? It's not enough to read about it or admire its wisdom. Stoicism is meant to be practiced every day. That's why many Stoics kept journals, reflecting on their actions and thoughts. Marcus Aurelius, for example, wrote Meditations, a collection of personal reflections that helped him stay grounded, even as one of the most powerful men in history. To live as a Stoic means practicing mindfulness, noticing your thoughts and emotions without being ruled by them. It means reminding yourself that your worth doesn't depend on external achievements or the opinions of others. Most importantly, it means embracing life as it is, not as you wish it to be. Stoicism doesn't promise to eliminate all pain or hardship. Instead, it teaches you how to rise above them. It's a philosophy of strength, wisdom, and inner peace. And once you begin to live it, you may find that it doesn't just change your outlook. It changes your entire life. If there's one thing we all face in life, it's adversity. Whether it's losing someone we love, failing at something important, or dealing with unexpected setbacks, pain and challenges are inevitable. But what separates those who crumble under the weight of adversity from those who grow stronger? Stoicism offers an answer. To Stoics, adversity is not something to run from. Instead, it's an opportunity for growth, a test of character. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In simple terms, obstacles are not roadblocks. They are stepping stones. When life places something in your path, it's not there to stop you. It's there to teach you, shape you, and strengthen you. Think of a fire. When you throw wood into it, the flames don't go out. They grow brighter and stronger. That's how the Stoic mind works. Problems, failures, and struggles become the fuel that burns into wisdom and resilience. One powerful Stoic practice for dealing with adversity is called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. It's a mental exercise where you imagine the worst-case scenarios that could happen in your life. It might sound negative, but it's not about dwelling on fear. Instead, it's about preparing yourself mentally and emotionally for life's uncertainties. For example, imagine you're about to start a new project. A Stoic might ask, "What if I fail? What if others criticize me? What if something unexpected goes wrong?" By reflecting on these possibilities ahead of time, you reduce their emotional impact if they do happen. You've already faced them in your mind, so they lose their power to overwhelm you. This doesn't mean Stoics are pessimists. On the contrary, they're realists who understand that life is unpredictable. They prepare for the worst while striving for the best, allowing them to stay calm and focused in the face of chaos. Another key aspect of Stoicism is the concept of virtue. For the Stoics, the ultimate goal in life isn't wealth, fame, or pleasure. It's living with virtue. This means acting with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline, no matter the circumstances. Epictetus reminded his students that external success is fleeting. You might gain riches, but you could lose them tomorrow. You might win praise today, but criticism could follow tomorrow. The only thing that truly belongs to you is your character, your ability to choose the right actions, even when it's difficult. Consider this. When you face a difficult decision, do you act based on fear, anger, or greed? Or do you ask yourself, what's the right thing to do? A Stoic strives to make decisions based on virtue rather than emotion. They understand that true success isn't about controlling outcomes, but about controlling how they act in the face of uncertainty. To help with this, Stoics practice daily reflection. At the end of each day, they would ask themselves questions like, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? Did I live according to my values? This habit isn't about judging yourself harshly. It's about learning and growing. By reviewing your actions regularly, you can align your life more closely with Stoic principles over time. One of the most inspiring stories of Stoic virtue comes from Cato the Younger, a Roman statesman known for his unwavering integrity. Cato was deeply committed to justice, even when it put him at odds with powerful figures like Julius Caesar. He refused to compromise his principles, even when it would have been easier or safer to do so. Cato's life reminds us that living with virtue isn't always convenient or comfortable, but it's the path to true fulfillment. As Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult." Another cornerstone of Stoicism is understanding the fleeting nature of time. Life is short, and every moment is precious. The Stoics believed in living fully in the present, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." This isn't meant to be morbid. It's a reminder to focus on what truly matters. How much time do we waste worrying about things that don't matter, scrolling through distractions, or putting off what we know we should do? The Stoics challenge us to ask, if today were my last day, how would I spend it? They weren't telling us to abandon our responsibilities or live recklessly. Instead, they encourage us to live intentionally, to cherish our relationships, pursue our goals with purpose, and make the most of every moment. This mindset is closely tied to the practice of gratitude. Stoics believed in appreciating what you have, rather than longing for what you don't. Seneca reminded us, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you. It's about recognizing the abundance in your life, even during difficult times. It's about seeing the beauty in simple things, a kind word, a warm meal, the sunrise. By practicing gratitude, you shift your focus from what's missing to what's present. This doesn't just bring peace. It cultivates a sense of joy that no external circumstance can take away. Stoicism teaches us that life isn't about avoiding pain or chasing fleeting pleasures. It's about embracing each moment with courage, wisdom, and love for what is. It's about choosing to live with purpose, no matter what life throws your way. The wisdom of Stoicism goes far beyond overcoming adversity or living virtuously. It's a roadmap for creating a fulfilling life. But one of its most profound lessons is how we deal with our emotions. In today's world, we're often taught to suppress, ignore, or let our emotions control us. Stoicism offers a different path, understanding and mastering them. The Stoics believe that emotions like fear, anger, and sadness don't arise from events themselves but from our interpretations of those events. Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them." Think about it. Imagine you're stuck in traffic on an important day. You might feel anger or frustration, thinking, "This is ruining everything." But what's causing that anger? The traffic, or your belief that it's a disaster? A Stoic would recognize this and choose to see the situation differently. I can't change the traffic, but I can use this time to reflect, listen to something inspiring, or practice patience. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions. It means reframing your perspective to prevent emotions from controlling you. When you master this skill, you gain a sense of calm and clarity that no external situation can take away. Another essential practice in Stoicism is the idea of memento mori, or remember you will die. At first, this may sound unsettling. Why would anyone want to think about death? But the Stoics didn't see it as morbid. They saw it as empowering. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." Reflecting on mortality isn't about fear, it's about focus. It reminds us that our time is limited, so we should use it wisely. When you embrace memento mori, trivial worries lose their power. Why waste time stressing about what others think, holding grudges, or putting off your dreams when every moment is precious? Instead, you're inspired to live fully, love deeply, focus on what truly matters. This ties into the Stoic idea of acceptance. Life doesn't always go the way we want. Plans fall apart, people leave, unexpected challenges arise. The Stoics called this the logos, the natural order of the universe. They believed that everything happens for a reason, even if we don't understand it in the moment. Epictetus said, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well." In other words, acceptance isn't about giving up. It's about aligning yourself with reality. Instead of resisting what you can't change, you learn to flow with it, finding peace in the process. But Stoicism isn't just about personal resilience. It's about how we treat others. The Stoics believed in the interconnectedness of all people. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "We are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids. To act against one another is contrary to nature." This means treating others with kindness and understanding, even when they're difficult. Stoics remind us that everyone is fighting their own battles, shaped by their unique experiences and struggles. Instead of reacting with anger or judgment, we can choose empathy and patience. This doesn't mean letting people take advantage of you. It means setting boundaries when needed, but doing so with compassion. After all, Stoicism teaches that our true power lies not in controlling others, but in controlling ourselves. One way to practice this is through forgiveness. Holding on to resentment only harms you. By forgiving others, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace, you free yourself from the chains of anger and bitterness. Another Stoic principle that's deeply transformative is the power of choice. No matter what happens, you always have the power to choose your response. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor influenced by Stoic ideas, wrote, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." This power of choice is the foundation of a Stoic life. You may not control what happens to you, but you control how you respond. You may not control the opinions of others, but you control how much weight you give them. You may not control the past or the future, but you control how you live in the present. When you realize this, you unlock an inner freedom that no one can take away. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the author of your own life. As we bring this journey through Stoicism to a close, let's reflect on its essence. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless or detached from life. It's about engaging with life fully but wisely. It's about focusing on what you can control, letting go of what you can't, living with virtue and purpose. It's about finding peace in the chaos, strength in adversity, and joy in the simple moments. It's about loving life as it is, not as you wish it to be. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." This is the heart of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us not just to live, but to live well. You don't need to be a philosopher, an emperor, or a scholar to embrace Stoicism. All you need is the willingness to reflect, to grow, and to live intentionally. The power to change your life isn't out there, it's already within you. And when you choose to live this way, you'll find that Stoicism isn't just an ancient philosophy. It's a timeless guide to becoming the best version of yourself.